Rabbi, what's Passover all about? What's the central theme of the Haggadah?
Funny you should ask that, because the rabbis ask the same thing. The central phrase of the Haggadah is the part that says, B'chol dor vador, chayav adam lirot et atzmo. In every generation, every Jew should see themselves as if they were personally redeemed from Egypt. Because unless you feel as if you were personally a slave and personally freed, you can't actually fulfill the fundamental message of Judaism, which is to be a messenger of freedom to other people. So when we sit down at the Seder, we are reenacting that story of moving from slavery to freedom, and we impose on ourselves the obligations to be messengers of freedom to other people.
Thanks, Rabbi, and it's so nice that everyone in the family can get involved in the Seder as well.
So, Ami, why is this night different from all other nights?
What makes Passover different is that we make it different. We gather our family around the table and we make a point of celebrating the differences, and the difference being that we are a free people, which is the central idea of Passover and the central idea of Judaism. And we have symbols and do rites and rituals around the table that emphasize that we are free people. We recline as kings do and as royalty. We need to try and emphasize that this night is different from all other nights.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Why is there so much emphasis on women and children in the Seder?
Children were always the fundamental way that we transmitted Judaism. That was simply the way that we kept the Jewish tradition alive. Children asked questions and parents responded. The challenge for us in our generation is to teach our children enough so that they know what to ask. And for all of us parents out there, we need to know at least enough Judaism so as to give them the direction. Women are emphasized in the Seder because they're emphasized in the story of the Exodus. The key heroines, without which there wouldn't have been an Exodus, without which there wouldn't have been a Jewish people.
Why do we end the Seder with next year in Jerusalem, in Yerushalayim?
It's the perfect ending to a perfect story. The story is one that comes from hardship to ultimate victory. It goes from enslavement to freedom. And yet, the ultimate freedom hasn't yet arrived. First of all, for the Jews who were dispersed for 2,000 years before the State of Israel, next year in Jerusalem meant not only metaphorically, but also physically next year in Jerusalem.
So next year in Jerusalem, then, Israel.
Amen. I want to wish everybody Chag Sameach. Have a joyous and happy festival. Kiss your relatives, kiss your kids, have fun, eat a lot. Pay attention to our website. We have activities practically every day, services and other forms of activity. And we'll see you here. And if we don't see you here, make sure to observe Passover and celebrate the Festival of Freedom as best you can.